Hi, my name is Marty Plecki. Today I'm working on a little pop-up camper that my middle daughter Christine has. And the complaint here is that the internal lights up on the ceiling are not working. All the 12-volt lights on the outside on the lower side work just fine, but this one here, this light here does not work. So what I have to do is find where the wire is that goes from the lower part of this camper up to the roof and see if there's a break somewhere. This is the outside of the camper, and of course the last corner that I looked in is where the wires go up to the top of the roof of the camper, and it's right through here. And here's the plug right there. And lo and behold, sometimes they're easy. That wire was, or is, pulled out of the bottom of this connector. So I'm going to disassemble that connector and see if I can solder that wire back in place. Here's the connector pulled apart. And right here, I think I can take apart this bottom part of the connector and get at the pin that's right there. I can't solder it while it's in the plastic, otherwise the plastic will melt. I used this little screwdriver to push the tabs out of the slots here on both sides. And here comes the part apart, and this pin will just come right out. Here it is. So I'll either crimp it back in place or else solder it back in place and put it back together, and she'll have lights on the roof. When this camper was manufactured, the guys didn't do a good job of putting these wires in these pins. This wire should be all the way to the front of this crimp part, and this back crimp should be so far back that it crimps onto the insulation. So this was a problem just waiting to get worse on this part. This is the pin that was on there, and I pried apart the crimp parts, and I'm going to just install that, but I can't hold the camera and get the crimper, get the pin on the wire all at the same time, dang it. So now the wire's all the way up here, crimped by this crimp. It's also captured by the second one in line here, and then the insulation is captured by the third one. And my helper, Christine, who's holding the flashlight. Yeah, say it again, Chrissy.
Hello.
She reminded me that I should get that wire in this connector before I do all this, otherwise it might not fit in there again. So now all we have to do is put it all back together and see if the lights work.
Okay, so we just fit the wires back in there, and then we put the male side of the connector on, and the two little things are in the holes there, and now we're going to just connect it and see if the lights work. All right, let's go check it out. Okay, now we're going to try the lights to see if our fix worked. And they work. All right.
Hey, if you get something from this video, hit the like button, and it would be great if you would subscribe. Subscribe doesn't cost anything, and it alerts you when I make a new video. I've had some really good feedback on my videos, so all the likes and subscribes and comments help not only the channel, but also motivate me to make new ones. Right, Christine?
Yes.
Hey, it also helps a lot when my daughters and sons-in-law have projects for me to work on.